Hello, folks. Look at this. I'm back. Wait for one video from me and two arrive at once. Anyway, I've been moved by Sam St. John, who started a Americana vinyl tag for 2024. Now, clearly, this is my bag, and I couldn't turn down this opportunity to have a go at this. So let's get on with it. Well done to check out Sam St. John's video. He's videos. He's great. He does a lot of stuff about Americana, clearly, but also he's into music. He plays guitar. So check out his channel. He's a great guy. Okay. So he's got a list of 20 questions. Bloody why 20? Okay. So here we go. Number one, show your favorite Americana artist. Well, I think it's going to have to be this band, Calexico. Great sort of country, Tex-Mex, Ennio Morricone soundtrack kind of stuff. So Calexico are probably my favourite band. Number two, show an album with a banjo on the cover. Okay, this is Kalen Nash, and there's a picture of a guy, a trippy picture of a guy with a banjo. Can you see his banjo? There you go. Yeah, I'm trying. I'm not trying. I don't know who that is. It looks like it could be Clarence Ashby, but I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, there's the banjo, staple of Americana, I suppose. Show a great harmony album. This is the Milk Carton Kids. This is Monterey. They are a lovely close part harmony, kind of folky Americana act. You've got the Delmore brothers, then you've got the Louvin brothers, then you've got the Everly brothers, and I would say that these guys are getting close to those people. So the Milk Carton Kids, lovely harmonies. Show a favourite album by your favourite Americana artist. Okay, well, I'm going to, this is one of my favourite Americana artists, and it's an album by one of my favourite Americana artists, Kelly Hogan. This is I Like to Keep Myself in Pain. Beautiful. I saw her live supporting Nico Case years ago. She's got a very, very adaptable voice, so she can change it to fit all kinds of styles. I think she's touring with someone like Betty Lavette, or Mavis Staples, or someone like that. So she can really change the style. So Kelly Hogan, lovely voice, a lovely artist, lovely record. Show your favourite acoustic cover song. Hard time with this, but I'm going to go with Iron and Wine's version of the Flying Burrito Brothers. No, the Flaming Lips. Waiting for a Superman, which is on here. We are Waiting for a Superman. Lovely, chilled Americana kind of lo-fi stuff. This is an album of outtakes and sort of home recordings and all kind of offcuts. So Iron and Wine, Waiting for a Superman. Name an Americana artist you'd like to see put out an album in 2004. Well, I mean, Emmylou Harris. I'd love to have another album by Emmylou Harris. It's been a while. It's been over 10 years, I think, since she's done an album. So Emmylou Harris, get your ass in gear and make an album. Show your favourite Americana album from 2023. That would be this. This is, I'll get this right, Kazi Velazza. And this is her album, Knows Nothing. Kazi Velazza, Knows Nothing. Beautiful, kind of country-tinged, folky Americana. In places, it even gets a little bit kind of psychedelic in places. And if you like Sandy Denny, you might well like Kazi Velazza. Did I get that right? Kazi Velazza, yeah. So it was out on Loose last year. Loose are one of the sort of labels in the UK which do a lot of Americana, so I couldn't turn that one down. So that's a lovely album from last year. Show your favourite acoustic Beatles tune. Bloody Beatles. Okay. Hey, you've got to hide your love away. And as a bonus, you can have a cover version of I'm Looking Through You. A lovely acoustic version by Steve Earle on his Trainer Coming album. So check these out. Okay. Show you an album with a heartbreaking ballad. Okay, this is an album by Noah John, Tadpoles. There you go. Oh, that's good. Yeah, sort of lo-fi country. There's a song on here called Old Ham, which is utterly devastating. Every time I listen to it, I have to be very careful where I am because I'm likely to burst into tears. So yeah, check out Noah John, Old Ham. Lovely tune. Show a song. I'm halfway. Question 10. Show a song about drinking from an Americana artist. Well, there's lots of them, isn't there? Let's have Todd Snyder doing Alcohol and Pills. 2 for the price of 1. Lovely album from, I don't know when it was, early 2000s. This is a repress from 2019, but yeah, a classic of Americana, Nashville Skyline. Show an illustrated Americana cover. Okay, let's have the Waco Brothers. This is To the Last Dead Cowboy. Artwork by John Langford. If you're at all interested in John Langford's work, there's an incredible book you can pick up with got some fabulous sort of paintings that he does. There's Bob Wills. I think it's all Bob Wills on that page. Who else have we got? Good Johnny Cash. And the book comes with a free CD of various stuff from his albums, so that's really worth picking up if you like John Langford of the Waco Brothers and the Mekons and the Three Johns. I think that was one of his early bands. Show an acoustic album by a traditionally non-acoustic artist or band. I found this really tricky because I kind of have a lot of them. Never the twain shall meet. I suppose I have got things like Nirvana Unplugged. I suppose I have got that. But yeah, I found this really tricky. So if in doubt, go to Chaz and Dave. So this is a kind of a return album that they recorded in 2013. It was produced by Joe Henry, who worked with Tom Waits, Billy Bragg. Yeah, a beautiful record. And if you haven't heard the version of Ain't No Pleasing You on this, it's wonderful. Lovely stuff. Really sort of lots of bluesy kind of laid back Americana. Things like Railroad Bill, Glory of Love, yeah. There must be another Midnight Special. So those sort of things done in a sort of a really relaxed. There they are, Chaz and Dave. Yeah, Americans will go, who's that? Chaz and Dave, and it's called That's What Happens from 2013. Oh, an Americana supergroup. This is tricky. I mean, I could have shown. I've got the CD of the first. What are they called? Golden Smog album, but I thought I'd do something a bit tricky with this one. I thought I would show Neko Case, Blacklisted. So this is from 2022. Yeah, you might find that, Sam, that a lot of my Americana dates back to over 20 years ago. And I'm still listening to it, still loving it. So yeah, so it's the backing band that she's got with her. So who have we got? We've got Hal Gelb of Giant Sand, or in this case, Giant Sand. We've got Joey Burns and John Convertino of Calexico on it. We've got the late, great Dallas Good of the Sadies playing. As I already mentioned her earlier, we got Kelly Hogan singing backing vocals. Beautiful. There's a pedal steel player called John Rowhouse. Here's an album of his, which has probably got Nico Case on it as well. And finally, doing some backing vocals is Mary Margaret O'Hara. Here's a lovely album, Miss America. So yeah, a sort of a star-studded album. Let's call it a supergroup. I mean, certainly super, and there's a group of them. An Americana artist you never got to see live. I'd have loved to have seen Vic Chestnut. Never got a chance, unfortunately. Lovely, lovely sort of scratchy, folky Americana. Yeah, beautiful stuff. Sadly, no longer with us. An artist that you'd like to see that you haven't seen yet. Well, I haven't seen the Texas Gentlemen, and I reckon they would be an absolute hoot. I bet they give, a bit like maybe like the Drive-By Truckers. I would like to see them as well, but yeah, but I reckon a gig by the Texas Gentlemen would be excellent. Okay, an Americana artist that you've seen live the most. Well, I think that would probably be the Handsome Family. This is their album Hollow from last year. I haven't really given this a good enough listen yet. I must do that. Yeah, I've probably seen them about 5 times over the years since about 1999, 98, something like that. So yeah, the Handsome Family are definitely the band I've seen the most. Favourite Americana duet. Okay. This is Super Suckers, Must Have Been High. And there's a great, funny duet on here called Hungover Together, which is a duet between the lead singer Eddie Spaghetti, yeah, and Kelly Deal of the Breeders. How long was she? Was she in the Breeders? Kelly Deal? Yeah, I think she was. Did she leave? I can't remember. Anyway, so yeah. So Super Suckers and Kelly Deal hung over together. Lovely. Then we've got name 5 lesser known Americana artists. I mean, to be honest, most Americana artists are lesser known. But here we go. We've got Hem. This is Rabbit Songs. This is from 2000. I told you they'd be over 20 years old. Beautiful, beautiful record. The singer, I can't remember her name, is absolutely incredible. In fact, the opening track on this starts with her singing from an answer machine that she was kind of doing an audition for the band, and they decided to open with it. Beautiful. We've got Blanche. What's the album called? If We Can't Trust the Doctors. This was from 2004. I saw them support the Handsome Family at Leeds City Varieties. And I think Jack White, not Jim White. That's another guy. I could have chosen Jim White. No, so Jack White also plays guitar on some of this as well. So they have the White Stripes seal of approval. 6-string drag. This is hi-hat from, I don't know. 1997. We're going back, aren't we? Great sort of robust, punky. It's got horns on it. Really good album. I think it's been re-released on vinyl more recently. Now, this I could have used for the best acoustic covers. This is an album by Hazel Dean, I suppose they say. I'd say Hazeldine. This is Orphans, which is an album of cover versions. So you get Wild and Blue, which is John Anderson? Is that his name? Can't remember. There are various other things, but there's a version of Radiohead's Lucky, which is great. But Hazel Dean, fabulous band. They're a really good. Oh, they do a really good version of Whiskey in the Jar as well, and A Song for You, which was Graham Parsons, wasn't it? Last one, Sam Baker, Pretty World. I mean, this is an incredible album. His story, go and looking up, Sam Baker. He was involved in a terrorist attack on a train in Peru, which left him almost completely deaf and damaged his hands as well. And he had to teach himself how to play the guitar. And I've seen him live, an incredible performer. So Sam Baker, lovely. Okay, those are the 5 lesser known artists. Okay, we're nearly there. Show the first Americana album you owned. Well, again, I found this really, really tricky. So anyway, I think this is stretching it a little bit. I had 2 tapes of Johnny Cash. This was my first introduction to, I mean, really country, but Americana, I suppose. He gets lumped in with the Americana crowd, doesn't he? So yeah, 2 really cheapo tapes that obviously came together in a pack. Probably nicked from my dad as well. But yeah, so those would probably be my entry point into Americana, Johnny Cash. I mean, I could also have put in the soundtrack to Dueling Banjos, which I bought because I was in a play when I was at college, called Dark of the Moon, which is set in Tennessee, I think, or somewhere around there. And so we decided they were going to use some music from Dueling Banjos, from the Deliverance. If you didn't know, Clarence White a very young Clarence White of the Byrds is on this, because actually, apart from the Dueling Banjos song, the album was released in about 1964 originally, and it was just repackaged with the Julian Banjos. I remember saying this to a friend, and he thought there was a guy called Julian Banjos. That would be a good name for a band, actually, Julian Banjos. Anyway, so yeah, I was probably 18, 17 when I bought that because I really loved it. So there you go. Right, now the dirty work. The final thing is to challenge one channel to do a so Sam St. John's Americana tag. It's a horrible thing to do, isn't it? I appreciate why Sam wants to do it. Now, honestly, if you don't want to do it, don't. But Christopher Kibler, if you're out there watching, I think you're one of the only people I know really that might have a good go at this. I think you might like it. But yeah, don't worry if you don't. I'm sure that's not a problem. Tell you what I am going to do. Rather than put in clips of the music, I am going to attach a playlist, a YouTube playlist, hopefully with all the songs in the bit down below, or they might even be up in the corner here for you to click if I can work out how to do that. So anyway, so Sam, top bloke, well done, great fun, and I've brought it in at under 18 minutes. Okay, bye-bye for now.